It's Saturday morning. Bob Jr., our exhausted dad, sits on the porch, clutching his coffee as if it's the last bastion of sanity. Bob Jr., finally, peace and quiet. His tranquility is shattered when Lila, the family's enthusiasm tornado, bursts from the house lugging a jug of lemons. Lila, Bob. We're starting a family lemonade stand. It's the perfect bonding activity. Bob Jr. sighs, knowing resistance is futile. Bob Jr. groans, bonding? Or bankruptcy? The kids are already going full throttle, erecting a stand as yellow as the sun and proclaiming, Lemon Empire, fresh and fancy. Tommy, believing he's the next great entrepreneur, claims his CEO throne and slaps a ridiculous price on their product. Tommy, $3 a cup. Premium lemons deserve premium money. Mia, the self-proclaimed scientist, turns the lemonade into a concoction of chaos, adding soda, salt, and mint. Nina, our pint-sized diva, begins her influencer spiel to her imagined audience. Nina, today's vlog, how to become a millionaire at 7. #LemonQueen, #DrinkRich. Bob Jr. squints at the horizon, foreseeing doom. Their inaugural customer, an unsuspecting jogger, takes a sip of their lemonade. Come experiment. Jogger, why does it taste like toothpaste and regret? Mia beams. Mia, proudly, because it's refreshingly experimental. The jogger flees, gagging. Tommy spirals into a panic, but Lila assures everyone the disaster is merely a quirky. Meanwhile, Nina's live streaming the bedlam to her invisible fans. The impending disaster crescendos when Nina, in a burst of self-recording zeal, trips over the jug. The stand collapses spectacularly, and an inundation of lemonade surges down the street. Bob Jr. stands amidst the chaos, drenched but unfazed, gripping a forlorn lemon. Bob Jr., well, now it's a lemonade waterfall. Lila, as unyieldingly optimistic as ever, chirps. Lila, hey, maybe people will pay to take pictures with it. Soon, a group of baffled people gathers, snapping selfies with the accidental art installation. Amused bystanders toss coins into their tip jar. By sunset, they amass a whopping $4.75, a fortune built on the ruins of their enterprise. Nina, we didn't sell lemonade, but we sold entertainment. Tommy, never one to miss a branding opportunity, boasts. Tommy, technically, that makes me a media mogul. Bob Jr., exhausted but amused, chuckles. Bob Jr., technically, that makes me tired. As laughter echoes, the camera zooms out, capturing the luminous remains of their stand. Scene 1, a banner flaps outside their food truck, Town Chili Cook-Off today. Lila bursts in holding a giant pot. Lila, Bob. We're entering. It's free publicity. Bob Jr., last time you said that, we nearly poisoned a marching band. Lila, exactly. People still remember us. Scene 2, Tommy declares himself head chef and throws everything into the pot, beans, onions, leftover burger meat, and one suspicious can labeled ultra-hot dragon pepper. Mia adds a pinch of chemistry, which turns out to be baking soda for extra fluff. Nina sets up her camera. Nina, welcome to my live show, Cooking with Chaos. The chili bubbles violently. Scene 3, at the fairgrounds, judges line up. Bob Jr. nervously serves bowls. One judge takes a bite, then turns bright red, steam almost coming out of his ears. Judge, is my tongue on fire? Mia, technically yes. It's the capsaicin reaction. Another judge's spoon melts. Tommy whispers, that's how you know it's authentic. Scene 4, suddenly, the chili pot erupts like a volcano, splattering red sauce across the tent. People scream, a band starts playing the Fireman's Polka, and Nina yells, Nina, keep rolling. This is gold content. Bob Jr. grabs a fire extinguisher, coating everything, and everyone, in foam. The scene looks like a snowy war zone. Scene 5, ending when the chaos clears, a judge tastes a tiny spoonful from the table edge. Judge, actually, that's delicious. The family blinks in disbelief. They win a novelty award, most explosive flavor. Lila, see, Bob? A win's a win. Bob Jr., next year, we enter the cold salad contest. Nina, to camera, subscribe for more culinary chaos. Musical note, upbeat ending music as foam drips off the chili banner. Scene 1, family arrives at the local supermarket. Lila holds up a flyer. Lila, guess what, family? Today is the annual grocery cart Grand Prix. We're entering. Bob Jr., we just came for milk, Lila, and adventure. Tommy grins, Tommy, time to show everyone who's fastest on 4 wheels. Mia unveils a stack of modifications, homemade spoilers, duct tape bumpers, and small wheels with LED lights. Nina sets up her phone. Nina, welcome to Burger Cart Chaos. Scene 2, they line up at the starting aisle. Other families have sleek, decorated carts. Bob Jr. sighs as their cart is covered in glitter, LED lights, and random kitchen utensils. The whistle blows, chaos begins. Tommy pushes full speed, Mia steers with a joystick, and Lila yells encouragement. Bob Jr. clings to the back like a lifeguard. Nina live streams, screaming dramatic commentary. Scene 3, they zoom past produce displays. A banana falls, Mia's gadget detects it as an obstacle, triggering a mini panic. Tommy swerves, crashes into a pyramid of soda cans. Bob Jr., I knew this was a bad idea. Lila, bad ideas make the best memories. Shoppers dive out of the way as the cart spins wildly. Scene 4, the finish line, the checkout lane. Surprisingly, the Burger family lands first, mostly because everyone else is stuck in a pile of tumbling carts. The family cheers, sticky soda cans, and glitter everywhere. Nina, victory is sweet and messy. Tommy, I want to modify next year's cart with rocket boosters. Bob Jr., no, just, no. Scene 5, ending they're awarded a trophy for most spectacular wipeout and win. Lila, see? Adventure pays off. Bob Jr., next time, I'm sending someone else to grocery shop. Nina, to camera, subscribe for more chaotic family races. Fun upbeat music plays as glitter and soda drip across the floor. It's a hot summer day, and the family is sitting outside seeking solace from the sweltering heat. That's when Lila, the shrewd and ever-opportunistic mom, spots the neighborhood ice cream truck rolling down the street, its cheerful jingle echoing like a battle cry. Without a moment's hesitation, Lila exclaims, quick! Let's sell ice cream from the burger bus. Bob Jr., her husband, who would rather be napping than plotting fanatical schemes, looks up with skepticism, we don't even have ice cream. Lila waves off his practical concerns with a flourish, details, Bob. You figure it out. Their teen son Tommy, always on the lookout for the next competitive thrill, leaps to his feet with a challenge. We can make it a competition. First to serve 10 customers wins. His eyes gleam with teenage entrepreneurial zeal. Their middle child, Mia, who harbors a love for culinary chemistry more adventurous than a mad scientist, starts concocting experimental flavors in tiny cups. Meanwhile, their youngest, Nina, the undisputed livestream queen of every social platform known to kids her age, hypes up the event in virtual real-time. "This is gonna be the hottest ice cream battle ever," Nina chirps into her phone, eyes gleaming like someone who's about to break the internet. They hastily set up a slapdash stand right next to the ice cream truck, an act of pure audacity if ever there was one. Bob Jr. resigns to his fate and scoops out normal flavors with the precision and passion of a sleepwalker. Mia, meanwhile, is in her element, tossing in chili, cotton candy, and soda into her mixes like a tiny, pigtailed dynamo of unique taste. Tommy races around from customer to customer, shouting speed service, as though each scoop were an Olympic feat. The ice cream truck driver squints at them through the settling heat haze, with an expression somewhere between bemusement and professional affront. "You can't compete with a real truck," he grumbles. Lila simply beams, "We're not competing, we're creating chaos." And chaos it truly becomes. Customers brave Mia's Mystery Sundae, with varying results. One child's hair ends up comically entangled with sticky foam, resembling a sugar-spun masterpiece at the mercy of centrifugal art. Another kid, with taste buds more adventurous than their soul, declares, "This tastes weirdly awesome." Tommy, ever the klutz despite his intensity, predictably trips over a stray hose, resulting in an illustrative arc of melted ice cream that drenches both participants and passers-by alike. In the midst of it all, Nina, ecstatic at the unprecedented hilarity, broadcasts, "Yes. This is going viral." Bob Jr., now sticky from head to toe, mutters to himself, "Why did I think this was a good idea?" The ice cream madness crescendos with the truck driver, now part of the bedlam, accidentally creating an impromptu figure-8 circuit of the lawn due to all the slippery chaos beneath his wheels. Lila surveys the bedlam, clapping her hands in frenetic delight. "Look at the joy. And the mess." Tommy shouts over the roars of laughter and streaming ice cream, "I'm still winning." Meanwhile, Mia's unintentional chemistry experiment sundaes start fizzing ominously, threatening more than just flavor. Bob Jr., accepting defeat with the grace of a man who just wants dinner at this point, reaches for a mop as if it were Excalibur. As the sun finally sets and the colossal meltdown mellows into evening laughter, the family finds themselves with not a dime richer, but undeniably entertained. The neighborhood, sticky but jubilant, joins together in applause and cheer. Lila wraps up the day with a sage nod, "See? Happiness is priceless." Bob Jr., wiping off remnants of the sugared impromptu spectacular from his eyes, suggests, "Next time, maybe just lemonade." And Nina, never one to let a disaster go uncelebrated, proclaims, "And more chaos, obviously." As upbeat music plays, the scene pans over sticky sidewalks and laughing kids, showing a very tired, very sticky, but somehow, very happy Bob Jr. Scene 1, Int. Bob's Burgers, Day Bob, flipping burgers, okay, who left a paw print on the grill? Linda, peering out the window, Bobby. Look outside. It's a cat, on a motorcycle. He's doing wheelies. Jean, jumps up, mouth full, is this the apocalypse? If so, I accept our cat overlord. Tina, dreamily, he's so independent. Like a lone rider of romance. Louise, if we get him to endorse the burgers, we'll be rich. Or sued. But rich first. Scene 2, EXT street outside Bob's Burgers, continuous the family rushes out. A sleek, black-helmeted cat zooms by on a tiny motorcycle. It does a sick drift and parks perfectly in front of the restaurant. Moto cat, meows coolly, removes helmet slowly, still a cat. Linda, I love him. I love him so much. Moto cat meow, presses a button on bike, music starts playing. Jean, singing along, musical note, He's a Moto Cat, never looking back, musical note. Scene 3, Int. Bob's Burgers. Later the family is serving burgers to a now packed restaurant, full of customers drawn in by Moto Cat's fame. Moto Cat sits at a corner booth, helmet back on, eating a burger with his tiny paws. Louise, counting tips, if he keeps this up, I'm putting him on the payroll. B.O.B., sarcastic, great. I'm being outperformed by a furry Evel Knievel. Tina, to Moto Cat, so, do you ride alone, or are you looking for a backseat human? Moto Cat licks ketchup off his paw and turns away slowly. Tina swoons, rejection never looked so majestic. Scene 4, EXT, back alley, night. Bob takes the trash out. He finds Moto Cat tuning up his bike, adjusting tiny bolts with perfect precision. B.O.B. look, I gotta admit, you brought in business. And you didn't pee on anything, so, thanks. Moto Cat nods, hands Bob a small wrench like a gesture of respect. B.O.B., did I just get knighted by a motorcycle cat? Moto Cat revs up, shoots down the alley with a fireworks trail behind him. Scene 5, Int. Bob's Burgers. Next day, Linda, he's gone? Did he leave a forwarding address? Gene, he left, but he also left this. Louise, we'll sell replicas. Moto Cat merch, ride the meow. I'm trademarking it. Tina whispers, I'll wait for you, Moto Cat. My heart has a parking space. B.O.B., dry, glad to know our family's new idol doesn't speak, doesn't pay, and might have fleas. Linda. Aww. Come on, Bobby. Don't be jelly. You're my Moto Cat. B.O.B., I hate that sentence. Fade out with Gene doing motorcycle sounds and a freeze frame on a Moto Cat burger special, chalkboard.